Hi, this is Keep Going, an unexpected travel podcast. I'm Jamie Fullerton, and I'm usually far more into guitars than bagpipes. But when I heard that there was a bagpipe festival deep in Bulgaria's Rhodope Mountains, I thought it could make for an interestingly noisy adventure. Many people associate bagpipes with Scotland and Celtic culture, but France, Germany, Spain, Italy, Turkey, Iran, India, Armenia, and indeed Bulgaria are just a few other countries with a long tradition of bagpipe playing. Bulgaria's main rural bagpipe festival takes place in a village called Gela, deep in the Rhodope Mountains. The festival started about 25 years ago and gets bigger every year. Rather than being another European folk art in decline, bagpipe playing in Bulgaria seems to be having a resurgence. This is episode 9, Bagpipes in the Mountains.
What's this here? It's like a sort of hole you can put your hand in.
One hot August weekend, in a small village museum in Bulgaria's Rhodope Mountains, I began gently stroking the inside of a kaba Gaida.
Oh, lovely. It's like stroking a little pet cat or something.
The kaba Gaida is the style of bagpipes local to the mountains. It's made from goat skin.
Poor old Billy.
On the museum wall, there was a picture of 333 bagpipe players performing together in Sofia, Bulgaria's capital city. In 2012, they set the record for the largest bagpipe ensemble in the world. The woman running the museum led me to a tiny room. It was more like a booth, blacked out with curtains.
Cosmos, kaba Gaida.
I walked inside and looked at the twinkling electric stars on the ceiling. The little room was supposed to represent the feeling of floating in the blackness of space. It was part of an exhibition celebrating kaba Gaida music being blasted from Earth in 2 NASA Voyager spacecraft in 1977. The 2 spacecraft each contained a golden phonograph record, created to show a bit about human life to any vinyl collecting aliens that might find it. The record was called The Sounds of Earth. One of the songs on it was Izleo Yidelio Haidutin. It's a Bulgarian folk song recorded with the kaba Gaida and singing by Valia Balkanska, who is from the Rhodope Mountains. I stepped out of the space room, put on a pair of the museum's headphones, and read an information board.
Why is the sound of Gaida associated with the vibrations of the cosmic waves? The complex interactions of charged particles carried by the solar wind, planetary magnetosphere, and others create sonic vibrations. They sound very interesting and somewhat terrifying. The mystique of this instrument originates in its association with sounds resembling those from space.
I left the museum and drove deeper into the mountains, with Gela village selected on my Google Maps route, an almost entirely green phone screen with a few small grey path lines. I occasionally passed life-size statues of bagpipe players, standing proudly by the windy, forest-flanked roads. Eventually, after driving over hills and through more tiny villages, I started passing a few tents and caravans. I parked up on grass on the side of a hill. People were setting up camp and drinking beer. Men were wearing traditional white costumes with fancy embroidery, waistcoats and fuzzy hats. Next to some stalls selling pretty rugs, there was a stuffed fox standing on its hind feet and holding a little set of bagpipes in its paws. A man pointed a large pistol to the sky and fired. A ceremonial gun and blanks, I assumed. Held in the hilly fields around Gela, the Bagpipe Festival is a celebration of the instrument that has soundtracked life in the Rhodope Mountains for thousands of years. It's very much traditional music, folk music from the past, but many of the bagpipe players at the festival were really young, children and teenagers wearing traditional flowery shirts and leather pieces strapped around their torsos so they looked like mini wrestling champions. The young players patiently queued next to a small wooden stage set up in front of a forest area. When their name was called, they stepped up, caught their breath, then played solo for the crowd. Some of the boys were so short, they struggled to step onto the stage. One of the performers was wearing a red waistcoat and spectacles and played the Gaida, the second style of Bulgarian bagpipes. The Gaida is smaller than the kaba and has a higher-pitched, more annoying sound. The Gaida player told me his name was Orlin and that he was 14.
Why do you play bagpipes?
And because I love Bulgarian traditional, and this is very cool instrument.
In the Rhodope Mountains, bagpipes are cool. Orlin showed me the green velvety material of his Gaida, which had regal, gold-coloured lettering on it.
This is bagpipe, this is flag of Bulgaria, this is motto of Bulgaria.
On the bagpipes, this is the motto.
Yes.
What does it say?
Free country or die.
Free country or die?
Yes.
Okay, I get that.
Orlin had travelled to the Rhodope Mountains from far east Bulgaria. Clearly, despite the traditional vibes, this wasn't just a festival for crinkly, nostalgic people.
I love to see the children here and the traditions, and yeah, this is amazing to see young people here, because most people here, especially young, don't like the traditions. They more like to go to parties, to clubs, to drink, to...
I met a girl named Victoria who told me she was 17. She said she didn't play bagpipes, but loves the sound and traditional Bulgarian culture in general. She was wearing a long necklace made of gold coins, draped over her traditional white dress.
In Bulgaria, this is called pandari. I don't know the word in English, but it's called pandari.
Victoria said she travelled to the festival from Sofia, where people don't tend to walk around in white dresses listening to bagpipes.
In Sofia, it's not so popular to be that traditional. It's strange to the people to look something like this.
She was also wearing leather shoes bound up to her knees, a long white head shawl, and a big red carpet-like thing over the front of her dress.
Do you think this is quite a strange thing for a 17-year-old to be doing?
Yeah, of course. I'm one of my friends, and when I'm telling them I'm going to a traditional sabor, and they say me, "Wow, how are you going to this?" And I say, I just love it. I like to be here, I like to hear the Gaida, and this is in my heart.
I walked around the festival, past tents and under huge trees. Big skewered pigs slowly rotated above fire pits. A priest with a long black gown and beard clapped enthusiastically at the bagpipe performances. Some people wearing shorts and t-shirts stopped Victoria and asked her to pose for photos with them as she waved a huge Bulgarian national flag around. I seemed to be the only foreigner at the festival, and I was having a lovely day in the countryside. But I had to admit, I found the squealy sound of the Gaida niggly and irritating. I preferred the darker, almost gothic-tinged sound of the kaba Gaida. It's widely accepted to be the lowest-pitched bagpipe style in the world, the instrument associated with the vibrations of cosmic waves, according to the Bagpipe Museum I visited earlier. The kaba Gaida was traditionally played solo by shepherds as they traversed the Rhodope Mountains with their flocks. The instrument's reed is made from elder branch, and a goat skin is turned inside out to make its huge bag, so the fur is on the inside and absorbs moisture. Now in Bulgaria, you'll hear the kaba Gaida at events like weddings and on TV. Its appearance on the 1977 Voyager spacecraft record song has helped maintain interest in the instrument over the years.
The Voyager, the song they played to the Voyager, it became something like a national treasure.
Veselin Kozarev is a professional bagpipe player from the Rhodope Mountains. He first went to the Gela Bagpipe Festival when he was a boy.
So people started listening to this song. They started to inquire what's this song, where it came from, what's the instruments.
When Bulgaria was under communist rule from 1942 to 1990, folk arts were pretty well funded in the country. Veselin said that while the enduring appeal of the Voyager space song helped keep the kaba Gaida in the national consciousness, more recent political changes may have helped too. He said that after the collapse of communism here, modern foreign music became more popular. But after Bulgaria joined the EU in 2007, Veselin noticed more people becoming interested in traditional folk music again.
Not only the bagpipes, but the dances, the songs, and even the rituals, the pagan rituals. They started to turn to that because it made our identity. It's something that made us different. So when we became part of the bigger community, they turned their heads to something that makes us unique. Not only for listening, but people started to want to learn it.
Veselin said that despite this theory and the "Free Country or Die" slogans I saw written on bagpipes at the festival, it was really love of music, not nationalism, keeping the kaba Gaida sound alive in modern Bulgaria.
We were very stubborn. We wanted to keep it because we knew it's precious music, it's good music, not because of some national policies or some feeling of being nationalist or something like that. We just loved our music.
After about 5 hours of listening to bagpipes in the mountains, I called it a day. As I walked back to my car, a small boy of about 6 climbed onto the wooden stage. He was holding a set of bagpipes that was at least 3 times the size of his head, including the tall, traditional furry black hat he was wearing. It seemed like the next generation of Bulgarian bagpipe players was waiting in the wings. I closed my car door, teed up some Marilyn Manson on the sound system, and drove away over the hills. The Gela Bagpipe Festival takes place every year on the first weekend of August and is free to go to. You can camp at the festival, but you can usually get a good deal from the nearby ski hotels because summer is off-season for them. I've put a link to the place I stayed in for my visit in the episode notes. I'm Jamie Fullerton. This is Keep Going, an unexpected travel podcast, and the next episode will be out in 2 weeks. Subscribe to get it when it lands. There are full videos for each episode on YouTube too. See you on the next one.